So friends, welcome to continuous blood glucose monitoring learning part 2. In our last video, we discussed how dementia is the most dreaded disease of our current time, and even the best universities have no treatment whatsoever. Why? Modern health sciences is failing here so miserably because we are looking for one miracle drug. But in our clinic, we don't just stop dementia in its track, but reverse it many times, because we do a little Sherlock Holmes in finding out the root causes of it and address them one by one. And reversing insulin is one big piece of that. In that pursuit, I started wearing a continuous glucose monitor, CGM. And here is the continuation of the most important learnings from part 1. Let me start by asking this question. For hundreds of thousands of years, do you think our ancestors spent their nights binge-watching Netflix while gulping a gallon of ice cream and flushing it down with a bottle of soda? I hope you said no. Our bodies have evolved over millions of years to survive harsh wild life of starvation and famine. And our eating patterns were different in earlier times. We would eat during the earlier part of the day and rest during the night to protect ourselves from potential predators. This conditioning has influenced our muscles, hormones, and metabolism. However, our genes cannot adapt quickly to the modern messed up lifestyle. So the question is, what exactly goes wrong with eating in late evening and night hours? Our familiar problem, what we discussed in the last video, insulin resistance. If you have not watched it, I will encourage you to go and watch it right here. Yes, our bodies gradually become more insulin resistant as the day progresses. As a result, there is a plenty of glucose from digested carbohydrates, amino acids from digested proteins, and fat in the form of triglycerides and lipoprotein from digestion of fat. But there is no buyer of these nutrients in night, as the body is not in anabolic state anymore, but in cathartic and repair mode in night. So everything goes to cold storage, which is basically fat around our waist, and our belt line just gets bigger and bigger. No wonder obesity has been a growing worldwide pandemic for decades already, with no sign of slowing down in sight. Sad, right? Keeping this in mind, now let me take you back to that fateful night of July 1st and early hours of July 2nd. On that day, we had a guy's evening. I succumbed, unfortunately, to the temptation of a bunch of fried Indian snacks with samosas and pakoras making their way into my tummy. Again, watching my blood sugar levels throughout the night just opened my eyes. I observed that my blood sugar remained stubbornly high, hovering above 100 all night, as you can see here. It was a stark contrast to the nights when I adhered to my regular routine, where my blood sugar levels remained steady between 50 and 70, as you can see here. In fact, the alarm on my iPhone notifying me of low blood sugar became a nuisance, prompting me to turn it off, which you can see as a red line in this screenshot. So, if you eat before going to bed, not only you have high blood sugar throughout the day, as we are constantly eating in daytime, but now you also have high blood sugar levels throughout the night. As you can remember, 70% of our glucose is consumed by skeletal muscles, which are resting in sleep. So the major consumer of glucose is not available in night. So no demand and too much supply. So stuff end up in wrong places. No surprise. Can we see what double whammy it is? Also, if your body is busy digesting food in night, you will not have healing sleep, because sleep is a time of catabolism and catharsis, like repairing and breaking things down. It is not a time of anabolism and growing things. So you are not going to wake up brand new physically and emotionally night after night. This damage is going to accumulate. All of a sudden, it makes sense why health of people in America is in such poor shape, isn't it? But by understanding our body's physiology and making conscious choices which are in alignment of body's needs, we can reclaim our health back. Next, the morning hormone. When observing my glucose graph throughout the night, I noticed a consistent rise in blood sugar level around my wake-up time. This rise is attributed to cortisol, the hormone responsible for wakefulness. Although cortisol gets a bad reputation and is thought to be a stress hormone, its presence upon waking up is necessary to provide the energy needed to kickstart the day. If cortisol doesn't rise in the morning, you may experience fatigue and tiredness. On the other hand, cortisol is supposed to be at the lowest level at 11 p.m. But that's when so many people feel excessively energetic and crave junk food. They don't want to go to bed. Inappropriately high cortisol levels often is the reason. In such cases, your nighttime relaxation routine, and there is a whole host of strategies you can use to correct your circadian rhythm and associated hormones right. Many of my patients under my supervision use a third-party certified ashwagandha supplement in the evening that help regulate their cortisol level and help them feel relaxed and fall asleep easily without causing any harm. I personally use Natural Life Labs. I don't have any associations with them whatsoever. On a side note, we know exercising is one of the miraculous things for our health. But exercising at wrong time, late in the evening or close to your bedtime, can ruin your sleep by raising your cortisol and stimulating you too much. But before we finish, here is another secret I want to hand over to you: the power of physical activity without exercise. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine yourself in a sauna, surrounded by warmth and relaxation. Saunas have blood sugar lowering and other benefits much like exercise. So, if you could indulge in sauna sessions while reading a book or doing meditation or yoga pranayama, you can simultaneously enjoy the benefits of lowering blood sugar just like exercise. Many of my patients work in farming fields in harsh summer of Northern California, sweating. As long as they take care of hydration, they have the same benefits of sauna because they are letting their body heat up, which stimulates the heat shock protein and stimulates growth hormone secretion. In conclusion, continuous blood sugar monitoring has provided me with invaluable insights as a physician for my patients to optimize our blood sugar levels and tame the notorious insulin resistance. How? By eating salads, vegetables, whole intact grains and legumes, and low glycemic index fruits like berries, and avoiding high glycemic foods. Embracing brief bouts of exercise about 30 minutes after meals. Using sauna as an alternative to exercise. Consuming majority of our food early in the day and letting our gut rest while we undergo rejuvenation every night through restful healing sleep. Remember, it's not just about managing diabetes, but preventing dementia and achieving overall health and vitality. Until next time, take care of yourself and your loved ones. And other interesting topics related to staying healthy and slowing down the aging process. Stay blessed. Namaste. Adios. Zaizan. Khuda Hafiz. Alvida.